evening, afternoon. Ah, Ram! Ram! Hi. I am still a little tired, so sorry. I'm just a baby. Hmm. That's it. You did put a lot together, so it's expected, huh? Is it? Don't worry. I rested quite a lot last night. Good morning, afternoon. I just woke up not too long ago, so it's morning for me. Ow! Booquets! Hi. To be honest, I didn't know if you guys actually wanted this stream. It was kind of like a last minute kind of creation after all. but I'm glad that you're here. So I hope you have your drinks ready. I am about to fill up my water. Enjoy this ASMR. There we go. Yay! Yay! Because I didn't super duper prepare everything, a lot of it's just gonna be me yapping. So, Sir, thank you so much for the wonderful Halloween. The story will never leave my mind. Hold on, let me read that properly. Give me a second. Streamlabs. Da da da. Da da da. Let me in. Let me read the message, please. Sleepy. Have to get better at USA-oriented quiz questions for the next one. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you so much for the $50. Thank you. Cute yacht. Just a baby. Mom. Huh? It's been a while since you've seen me like this, huh? Yay. Mom. Getting me all blushing. Cute. Huh? Oh, my eyes are a little red right now. Like I said, I just woke up not too long ago. Thank you. But no, before we get into all the details, did you guys have fun? Huh? Did you? Did you have fun? Yes. I'm so glad. Ivan, thank you so much for the $5 succubus check. Shows the top of your head. What? Alright, I'll show you the top of my head. See? Succubus check. Cha-cha. Oh wait. Yay. Oh no! Guess I'm the succubus, huh? Yeah, I'm glad you guys had fun. Alias, please. Here. Now I am the succubus. Here to eat. Be evil. No drama. I was gonna say I'm here to eat, and then I just remembered the joke I made as her during the Jackbox game. I'm here to eat the gummies. If you were at the Jackbox game, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the gummies. Yeah. The special gummies. Yeah. Well, let me first introduce myself, since it's been a while since I've done Zatsu. First of all, it's also been a while since I've done like an explanation video, so here we go. Alias, yes, no. I'm Alias Anono from V4Mirai's third generation Lunalia. A good way to hear right your happiest ever after. And I'm not a succubus, I swear. Mom. Though, you know, I'm quite crafty, like one. Aye. Mom. Let's see here. Sorry if I'm like kind of out of it though. I just still waking up. You guys don't understand. This took me days and nights to organize. And the thing is, because I did a lot of it kind of on the fly, some of you guys are making decisions at like 2 in the morning my time, and I was like, okay. The issue with this Choose Your Own Adventure is the fact that because it took into consideration you know, other things outside of like the stream reaction, it was a bit hard to keep track of everything. I know that some of the bouquets also didn't sleep because of this stream and this entire Choose Your Own Adventure. So for that, I just want to say, I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. But it was a lot of fun, you know, reading everything you guys are saying. It was a herring 40 adventure. I'm glad. It was worth it. I'm glad. If you guys think it's worth it, then I'm glad. Now then, shall we get into it? Yeah, ready? This is my first ever cross-platform Choose Your Own Adventure. I've never done anything like this before. Because, you know, personally, I think it's very hard to keep track of. But I think it was completely worth it in the end, you know? Yeah. Yeet. I should have put that in instead. Yeet. Speaking of yeet, did you guys see what's happening in wrestling right now? You know, I felt kind of bad because like during the last day of the Choose Your Own Adventure, I was kind of going a little crazy because somebody mentioned wrestling to me, and I was just like, I need to stay in character, but at the same time, the Bloodline crazy story is happening. I'm really excited because I really hope that The Rock joins up with the original Bloodline, and we have not only Roman, but Jay and Jimmy, and hopefully, in my heart of hearts, I really hope that Sammy gets put in, and then after that, I want The Rock, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. Wow. But yeah. I got a little distracted during the Choose Your Own Adventure. That's on me. But regardless, I have a little PowerPoint I made probably like 20 minutes before the stream. So I'm sorry if it's not 100% perfect, but I'll do my best, okay? And fill out any stuff that you may have to ask me. Also, thank you guys for sending all the Maros. Again, like this was kind of like a out of nowhere kind of stream idea. So the fact that you guys actually liked it really made me happy. But also, the fact you guys had so many questions, I'm like, oh god. I was like, this is like 37 questions. That's a lot. And then suddenly, I'm like adding them in, right? And so they had like another 15, and then another 15, and then another 10. I'm like, oh god. So this may be a little long, but a lot of them were repeat questions. So I think I filtered them out a bit, but. Now then, let us go through it, shall we? So, how I built it in the worst possible way. I did not advertise this event. I did not advertise it at all. Not even in the slightest. Aside from Twitter, like I did not even advertise it in my community page. I didn't tell anyone about it. Even my senseis were like, what is going on with you? Right? And they were like, what is happening right now? But I wanted it to kind of be a surprise, right? So right before the succubus ASMR, I was thinking, you know, everyone else is doing all these cool Halloween events. And I really want to do something cool too. So I was like, you know what? Let's create something. And one of the rules I put for myself was I wasn't gonna advertise it too much on, you know, anywhere. I wanted people to be like, what the fuck is going on with this waiting room? You know? I wanted them to be like, is this right? Am I in the right place? You know? Something like that. Ah, my hair! Hold on. There we go. Yeah. So I wanted the trailers to be kind of like a glimpse into it. But I didn't want to advertise it too much because one side, you know what's funny though? The senseis were like, Alias, if you're holding an event, we should, you know, we can advertise it for you and like get it more hyped. I'm like, no, this is for the bouquets. Like, this is specifically made for bouquets, you know? If they aren't bouquets already, then they're gonna join and become a bouquet. But I wanted this specifically for, you know, the bouquets we already have, you know? Like, granted, it would be cool if there was, you know, more people, but at the same time, more people means more opinions, which means even more things for me to keep track of. But also, I kind of wanted to reward you guys. Like a little Halloween treat for us, you know? It's our first Halloween together after all. I feel like I tend to do that a lot though. Like even for my birthday, I didn't really want to like involve a lot of people. I wanted it to be kind of intimate. You know, this is I wanted us to, you know, just kind of have fun together. And don't get me wrong, future bouquets, if you're watching this, you'll be able to join next year. But I wanted to give you guys something, even something small, but you know, I wanted something for you, specifically you especially, you know. So I was just like, I just wanna, you know, give them a fun time, yeah. So, so senseis are like, oh, okay, maybe that's what you wanna do. That's fine. Well, we could, you know, run some ads for it, or we could, you know, promote it. If you want the V4 official Twitter can like start promoting it. I'm like, no. It's okay. Bouquet love. Hi. Yes, you gave us an amazing gift. I was on the edge of my seat. Good. Then it worked. You know. But yeah. In hindsight, I could have you know, advertised it a bit better. At least I could have put it on my community page. So that I will have to think about next time. Yeah. I think if I put it in the community page, the Booquets would kind of understand what is happening a little better. But I also wanted it to be kind of like, what the heck? What the heck is going on? I try to build each stream a little, like, even if you came in midway, you would kind of understand the concept, right? And it's not just from like what I'm showing you guys, but like from how the other Bouquets are reacting to it. So like, for example, if you came in during the Red Dead Redemption stream and you guys happen to see, you know, the succubus peeking through the mirror, and if you just happen to come in during that time, you'd be able to say, there's a demon. there's something wrong here. She's watching us. Who is she? You know? Which is why I kept her, true look kind of hidden. But, yeah. We got our trauma. We'll be paranoid for the rest of our lives, yeah? Should I play the boss music again? Your brains did not realize succubus was a threat until it was too late. That was the point! I wanted it to be! Bookies are sincerely trauma bonded from this experience. Good. Trauma builds people close together. Why do you think Lunalia is so close? We all trauma bonded. I remember one of the first things we were talking about was like when we were first getting to know each other. I think it was Rem. I don't know, Rem, if you're still in here. I hope you are. But if you still are in here, Rem, I think it was Rem. I'm like 90% sure it's Rem. But somebody from Lunalia was like, I'm watching this 98-part video about Sonic Chew. Do you wish to watch it with me? And so we spent like a good, like while swapping videos, like, what is this? So this is what I mean. We're trauma bonded. There's other things too, of course. Like we shared a lot of things together. But yeah. So I'm glad that you guys were able to also trauma bond. But yeah. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. But yes, this was a specific event for Bookies who are here, or Bookies who had just joined during the event. But mainly for the Bookies that were already here, because you guys were more in tune with the clues, I guess. When it comes to like speech patterns or like things like that, I wanted you guys to really be able to like pick up on it. So it's kind of like if you don't know me very well, then it might go over your head kind of thing, But if you've watched my streams, kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, but it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of characters, right? We had Miss Uwu Delulu. We also had the Pumpkin King. Yeah. And it was a lot of fun setting up everything. There's actually a lot of characters that I did end up scrapping, but I do have their model data. So maybe they'll show up again later. For example, the original idea I had was going to have like a maid too, like Uwu's maid, and she was gonna like kind of help you out while you escape the ghoul town. There's also these like little ghosts that were supposed to like kind of give you clues too. But I thought maybe this would be a little too much. But if you do want to see what one of the ghosts looks like, I could pull it up. Hold on. It's cool because they're also live 2D assets too, but you can also have them as PNGs. So when they're in live 2D, they're all animated, right? So they kind of run around and do their own thing. But Where is it? I also kind of just have them chilling. Where is it? Oh no, those are the two. Those are the Live 2D assets. Hold on, let me find the PNG version. There's quite a lot of them. Where are they? Huh? Where did they go? Hold on. They're little ghosts, so they like to hide. Almost. Where are they? They keep hiding. Ah, see, they're choosing to hide instead. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I can pull up their... maybe if I pull it up on VTube Studio. Hold on. Give me a second. I have like 3-4 programs running right now. Because I wanted to show you guys some of the deleted scenes that I had. As you know, if you guys watch my ASMRs, you know that I go pretty crazy with the backgrounds. And for this Choose Your Own Adventure, I kind of went really crazy with the backgrounds. Well, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. So there's this one. Maybe I can pull them all up. That'd be pretty cool if I could. But at least this way you'll be able to see them all. Right? Oh, this one flies. Hold still. Please, little guy. And one last one. Okay. There we go. Alright. And then... can just... hold still. I got them. Let's see here. Okay. And I just kind of got this. I'll make these super small. Okay. You guys ready to see them? They're ghosts, so they're a little shy. So can we, give them some flowers and a round of applause so that they can appear? Yeah. Oh, Booquets! Come out, please! Flower, 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 flower! Yay! Yeah! Okay, I don't think they're shy anymore. Jajang! They're just little babes. See? So these 4 little ghosts were supposed to help you. Kind of solve some puzzles. They are hired staff specifically for this. Yeah, they're just little guys. Yeah. They're paid actors, indeed, paid actors. Yeah. Thank you, Nora Pot, for creating these little guys. But yeah, they're just little babes, and they're supposed to help you out through your adventure. However, due to time, I decided to scrap them, but maybe we can use them again for the future. They are on payroll after all. So, for example, I didn't name them yet. I was gonna name them Opake 1, Opake 2, Opake 3. But, yeah, they were gonna help you solve little puzzles. One puzzle I was planning on making you guys do was like a guessing game, I guess. Since you guys had such a hard time trying to figure out which one was you know, the real me, which one was the succubus. I was gonna make you guys do like a listening quiz, see which one you guys would be able to tell is who. And then another thing was like a visual quiz too. So all four of them were supposed to help you out a little. Opaka gang, yeah, Opaka gang. Yeah, they're all just little babies. Yeah. But yeah, we had a lot of characters that I did end up scrapping. The Opaka gang is one of them. You know, I thought about making them hardened criminals of Ghoul Town, but I decided not to. The Ghoul Village is already, you know, filled with too many bad guys. That's it. Audio and visual quiz. I can finally put my training into practice. Yeah, but you know, due to time, you know, we couldn't do it. But I'll be sure to think of it in the future. Yeah, all of them were gonna be voiced by Taff. Every single one of them, especially the littlest guy over there. That one right here, this small tiny one. Yeah. And yeah, of course, you know, we had the plot, which is Booquets being unloyal. What's scarier than cheating? NTR. And then, you know, loyalty testing. I don't know if you know this or not. So if you are unaware, let me explain it to you. Oh, I went flying for a second. Hold on. There we go. I am what you would call one of those girls who would be like, "Are you cheating on me? It takes you 15 minutes to get from here to McDonald's, but today you took 17 minutes, you know." We're like, "Oh, you said you too when that lady said have a nice day or enjoy your meal." So I thought, you know, it'd be kind of fun too. See how bookies are. Especially because I know you guys already have a small little crush on Epi, you know. So, big thank you to Epi for voicing Uwudululu. Thank you, Epi! Thank you, thank you! Thank you! Yeah. And I had a lot of fun. I know you guys are like, she sounds like Epi. I was like, oh, because she is Epi. But I can't say that, right? So thank you, Epi, for your hard work. Yep. But yeah. Yeah, the conflict. I was actually 100% sure that you guys were gonna say no to the marriage thing. And when I ended the poll, it was, for me, what I saw was that you guys said no. But I found out later that you guys actually said yes. But it was too late. I was quite surprised how many people said yes and how many people said no. Yeah. It's 51% for yes, yeah. And then I saw at one point it was like 49% was no and 51% for yes, and I was like, what the? I was shook. But, you know, I was not expecting that. Now I know. Maybe we should reconsider our engagement. Just kidding. I know. I was very, very shocked. Very shocked indeed. But there were a lot of determining factors. As some of you guys have already asked me in the Maros, one determining factor was your reaction live on stream. Oh, sorry, little guy. But your reaction live on stream, right? I'll move you guys this way. I accidentally bumped into one. Sorry. right? That was the biggest determining factor, right? Determining factor number 2 were the polls, right? The polls, because we did quite a lot of polls during this time, right? Determining factor number 3 was whether or not you were able to decode the Morse codes in time. Yeah. And number 4 was what was it? You know how you guys was that it? Morse codes. If you guys were able to solve any of the puzzles or actually win any of the games. So, and I guess 5 would be the membership stream. But I think that was also part of like reaction. I thought the membership stream was the most obvious trick, but I guess not. I guess not. I had multiple endings planned for every stream. So let me move on to the next one. So, oh, also, thank you for the assets, and we shall thank them all generously. Ignore the onion. The onion's just cute. But yes, Uwu Delulu's model was done by Design Genius. Thank you, Ken Ken, for allowing us to use this wonderful, wonderful model. If you guys have all asked me to see the full body, and I couldn't because of how the stream was kind of laid out. So if you guys wanted to see, this is what she looks like, fully, legs and all. Yeah. Miss Uwu Delulu. Yeah. My wife. Wow. I see. But yes, thank you so much, Ken Ken, and Design Genius for allowing us to use this wonderful model. I made sure to check all the TOSs and everything, so we are good to go. Yay! But I did add a few like live 2D assets on her too to make her look more like a succubus. But if you can't tell in this picture or from the stream, she does have very pointy ears. You just can't really see it because of her hair. But yes, she is very, very tall lady. I love it. Yeah, and the rigging is amazing too. Yeah. On top of that, we also have Uwu Delulu's home, which is where we are actually right now. And it is by Nora Pot, who also made the little Obaki game. Nora Pot is very, very talented at creating backgrounds. In fact, Nora Pot also created the Ghoul Village. So, yeah, it's really, really detailed. I really like how they make live 2D like backgrounds like this. Like, do you see these stars twinkling? They're moving back and forth. Yeah. They have a very distinct art style, which I really like. I think it fit really well with the Ghoul Village. Yeah. But yeah, Norapod, thank you so much for your hard work. Granted, these are all assets anyone can buy, so feel free to check them out on Booth, okay? But I still think it's nice to, thank them. Granted, their TOS says I don't have to, but I think, they worked hard so that we can have these assets, so I think it's good to thank them for their, for their passion for art and making creative things for us to use. So, yeah. Yeah. Next. Cha-chang! Oh, if you wanted to see what the whole room looks like, now you know. Yeah. Next. Again, the Ghoul Town. Right here. What's cool about the, Ghoul Town background that Nora made, is the fact that it had like when we were on the boat, I don't know if you guys remember, but it was like a full like loop, right? We were on the boat and it looked like we were moving back and forth. So, Nara did a great job creating that background for people to use. And I thought it was really nice. I thought it was really creative. And so, yeah. But you can see the little opake king right there. Yeah. The boat ride was fun. Yeah, I think so too. It's very seamless. I agree. And also, we have the little ghost sprites for the stream avatars by Kiki's Creations. I was actually... This was a very last minute idea. Because I wanted to... Yeah, I did add the tail and horns. Yeah. It was allowed on the TOS. So I was like, okay, I will do it then. But the little ghost stream avatars... little fat. I used to make stuff like this all the time when I was younger. So I was like, ooh, like what would be a great way to kind of end the story? And so I was just like, if I remember correctly, you know, Stream Avatars does have like a Halloween boss. And you can download like different bosses and stuff to use for your Stream Avatars. But the default one is the Pumpkin King. So I was like, well, you know, that fits with Halloween. And I think it would be kind of cool. So let's add them. But if I'm gonna have Pumpkin King, I gotta have the bouquets. But at the time, you know, even now, I don't have an official design for the bouquets. I know people have sent me quite a lot of designs to use, but legally I cannot use them. so I like to look at them. So by default, I was like, okay, well, you know, bouquets are ghosts. So let's, you know, get little cute ghosts. Yeah. And that was, you know, the final boss. So I'm glad the Pumpkin King was able to, you know, keep you guys busy. Yeah, it did work out really well, didn't it? But yes, Kiki's Creations, CA, from Etsy. Yeah, if you want, you know, your own little ghost pets, feel free to download them from Kiki. Yeah. Next, pixel background. So the forest that we used in the, you know, in the Ghoul Village for the battle is by Loyalty Designs, also on Etsy. I wanted to keep the kind of pixely vibe from the stream avatars. Because if I just put you guys in like a forest, it kind of stands out a bit too much. I wanted it to have a very game vibe. So, you know, luckily, Loyalty had a lot of backgrounds. And if you want stream avatar backgrounds, I highly recommend them. They have a lot of cool things. Originally, I was gonna make it like a city, so that it looks more like a, you know, ghoul town. But I thought a forest would make more sense if we're running away, right? Yeah. And then we have all these other assets. Like the mirror that we used was actually a monocle asset. There's not many mirror assets that VTubers can use, at least from what I saw, that weren't like fully like, how do I say, transparent in the middle. I wanted it to be kind of transparent, but also, you know, some parts I wanted it to be fogged out. But the thing is like, for stuff like that, you would have to actually physically edit it, which is against a lot of TOSs, which you should not do unless they allow it. So I was looking around and I saw this monocle asset. So Lampy Moth, thank you so much for your beautiful art in creating something that I could fit perfectly in for this story. Because if you guys can see, the top of it is kind of like, what's the opposite of opaque? You know, transparent. No, it's not transparent, and then it fades into transparency on the bottom. So I thought it was like, oh, this is perfect. Yeah. Translucent. I see. Yeah. So I got to use that. So thank you, Lampy Moth. And for Popuo, if you guys remember after the Red Dead Redemption stream, I showed off this little cute live 2D background. by Popuo Factory. They are actually the same people who did the backgrounds that we used for V4 Summer, if you guys remember. So like the beach cafe, or like when we were, you know, with the little oranges, or when we went on our garden date with the cake. It's all by Popuo. All by Popuo. So please check them out too. Yeah. They make really cool, like kind of like live 2D backgrounds like this. That kind of, you know, I think Norapot has a very distinct style where it's very like, you know, like almost a little cartoonish, which I really like. But that doesn't always fit like everyone's like vibe. So if you want something that's more like conventionally, I'm trying to word this properly. More conventionally like smoother transition for your model, I highly recommend Popuo. Unless you like cute, like creepy aesthetics like this, like I do. But yes, Popuo is very, very, very talented, and they're really good at creating these wonderful, wonderful backgrounds. Also, the BGM that you're listening to right now, right? And actually, I believe the boss BGM too, but I would have to check again. But Uwu's background music is made by Cricket. Yeah. Cricket is a very talented producer. So, they also work with Doba Syndrome. So if you guys would like to hear some more creepy music, highly recommend you check out Cricket's music. You can find them on Doba Syndrome as well. And they also have a Twitter, which I should have linked. But yes, Cricket. And costumes and gaming background that we used was all by Fafa. You guys do not know, I'm a big fan of Fafa. I have bought a majority of their assets, as you saw if you follow my Twitter. But yeah, Fafa! They also created the cowboy asset that I got to wear in the Red Dead Redemption stream. So, it's really great. They have a great way of creating assets that are meant for everyone. Especially if you are Petan, you know. They have a lot of assets for people with Petan chest. Because I think it's quite hard to find, you know, assets for flatter chester characters. Or even bigger big chest characters. So Fafa is really great for like small to extra large boobies. Yeah, and most of their assets also have toggles. So in case, you know, you wanted to wear one but weren't sure if you can, be sure to check. Because they always have it listed whether or not they can. Yeah. Alright, next. Alright. I'm sure I missed a few credits. I'm sorry about that. I'll be sure to update the description so you guys will be able to see them all as well. But yeah, the idea! Everything that happened in this event is canonic. If you are somebody like me who loves lore and somebody who enjoys, you know, storylines, which is why I like wrestling, I highly recommend you. 1, you get into wrestling. 2, you check out V4Mirai's, you know, official lore stuff. That was actually one of the reasons why I applied in the first place. Is that bad? But one of the reasons why I applied to, you know, V4 specifically, 1, I needed to further my education. 2, 1, further education. 2, I like the lore. So if you guys do not know, V4Mirai actually has an official visual novel, and I played that game. I played it. I played it when I was an indie writer. And yes, it does. You guys don't know. You don't know. Whoa, what? Yeah. V4Mirai actually has an official, you know, visual novel that goes through the lore of the entire school. So if that's something you guys would like to check out, highly, highly recommend you do. Let's see. Are there any mods in chat right now? Maybe not. But, let's see. Visual novel. I think you should be able... Is it this? Yes! Yes, it is. So, if you guys would like to, maybe we could play it on stream sometime. But I've linked it in the chat, so you guys can see it. Here you go. Yeah. So, if you guys would ever want to deep dive into the lore of V4Mirai, I put the link in the chat, and I'll add it to the description later too. No worries, Aish. Thank you so much. Yeah. But yeah, that was also one of the reasons why I applied, because I really like lore, and I like visual novels. If you guys don't remember, I played a visual novel with Blaze from AM Project, and I had so much fun. I love visual novels so much. So yeah, if you guys would like to check out more into the lore, please do. I will not spoil it because a lot of you guys have not played the game. So I will wait until after we play the game on stream or something to explain this other part. So I'll just wait. Okay. But yeah. It's very fun. I highly recommend you do. Yeah. Also, you get to spend the day with Serena Senpai and Happy Senpai. So I think it's, it's really cute. Yeah. But yeah. So canonic. I love canonic things. I love progressing storylines. After all, I'm trying to get to my happily ever after and make sure you get yours too. So, this was a very high risk, high reward thing, at least for the participants playing, because every choice they made was going to affect the V4Mirai universe. Yes, that's right. I'm being super meta. But it was going to affect the V4Mirai universe. At least for me, my storyline. Everyone else has a different storyline after all. But for me, if some choices were made, specifically, one ending was going to be that you get stuck in the ghoul village. Right? And you're just gonna die there. That was a canonic ending that could have happened. And then the next stream that we saw each other, I was gonna be like, huh, are you a new student? And we would start over from day one. I was willing to go that far. I was willing to go that far. Huh. The another option I had was that, that you never met Alias Anono. It was always just Uwu in disguise. Dun dun dun. That was something I was thinking of too. And then it would be like our first time meeting again. That's how far I would have gone. I would have gone that far. You know why? 'Cause when I was, actually, no, I can't say this, can I? Either way, you don't understand. I've been following Booquets since before you saw me debut. I've been watching Bouquets since before, So, I would have come back to that. I won't tell you how, but I have been watching you guys for quite some time. And I was completely willing to restart to day one. After 6 months, I was completely willing to restart to day one for the sake of plot. Yeah. So, that was definitely an ending that was possible. There's multiple endings, and I'll get more into that when we get to that slide. But, Yeah. So like I said, high risk, high reward. Right? Again, I did not do any advertisements for this. Because I did want to, reward the bouquets. And give them something that's, specifically tailor-made for them. So I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. Yeah. But I also didn't want to tease the endings too much. Because then I feel like it would have affected how you guys would have naturally kind of thought. And affected the storyline a little too much. So. But by the end, I did get to tell you guys that everything is canon, so. But yeah, a lot of the things that were factors, again, were real-time reactions on Discord. This was actually a lot more difficult than I thought it was gonna be. One, because, a lot of us are in different time zones. And two, because a lot of the Patreon members and the, non-Patreon members, because of the rule of not being able to share Patreon content, it was difficult for you guys to, I feel like, to communicate what was really happening and what you guys saw. So, in the end, I just gave you guys the pass. So Patreon members were allowed to talk about it as little as possible, but enough to let you guys have an idea of what was happening and what you guys saw. Obviously, you cannot share the link to the streams because that's against the rules. Illegal. Illegal content. Illegal content recording. But, I also didn't think you guys had to say much other than, what was already said. I did try to make it kind of obvious if you're not a Patreon member what had happened through the trailer. When she's like, I forgot what the line was. I also ad-libbed all these trailers. So my brain's a little fuzzy. But she's like, what she's like, didn't I tell you? Can't hide the horns. But yeah, I did, try to keep as many small clues as possible available for everyone. So even if you didn't watch the Patreon stream, I wanted you guys to be able to kind of understand what was happening during it with that line. The trailers are so good. I'm so glad. I was more confused by the trailer, if anything, actually. I see. Well, that's on me then. That's on me. I thought I kind of made it a little straightforward, but if I didn't, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think the trailers covered everything that really mattered. Like the small bits of information. Yeah. So, one of the questions I saw in the Maros was, if the trailers were pre-made in advance? No, they were made on the spot based on your decisions. Because I didn't want to record like 9 trailers and be like, oh, we're not going to use 7 of them. So I made each trailer based on the decisions you guys made the night before or that day of. So, yeah. But yeah, your real-time reactions on Discord were definitely a big factor. I feel kind of bad because I felt like some of you guys were going a little delulu because of it. For example, when Uwu appeared in the Discord. Yeah. And then everyone went, Uwu, Uwu, Uwu. And then I quickly deleted everything. And then, so the people who were not there during that 10-minute segment were like, what are you guys talking about? Why is everyone going, ooh? That's the effect I wanted. I wanted you guys to become Delulu. I wanted you guys to seem insane to other bouquets. Honestly, I wanted violence. I created violence. Yeah. But yeah. And all of those themes determine the ending. Again, there were multiple endings. Right? I think this is on the next slide. Oh, right. The clues. I did involve quite a lot of clues. I don't know if you're able to get them all, but some things were quite obvious. I think others were not as obvious. But yeah. So Uwu's ability to hide horns is obviously, you know, a factor. In the Succubus stream, we did talk about how she cannot make a perfect copy. So, for example, one, she had glasses. Though I do wear glasses quite often. I do like the glasses that she did wear, so maybe I will wear them from now on. Canonic glasses. But her horns were definitely a big factor as well. Which is why when she, you know, was laying on top of you like this, she had the blanket covering her head, like from here on. So that way it would create the illusion that you can't see the horns. But deep down, you know that they're there. So that's why I added that blanket thing. So you guys wouldn't be able to see them as well. But, of course, when she was sitting up, you were able to see them quite clearly. Yeah. We'll be checking for horns for a while. No, I have no horns. See? Maybe little horns like this, though. Let's see. The first stream, we were between the idea that it was like your other RP streams or something different. Good. I wanted you to think that. Yeah. I wanted to kind of transition into the event as smoothly as possible. And then, bam, trailer. Bam, another trailer. Bam, Morse code. And then, you know, all the fun things. Huh, there's no tail either. Mom. Yeah. I also kind of took advantage of the fact that because it was an ASMR, a lot of you guys are so drowsy. You're like, ooh, is this real? That's why I try to make it more roleplay based. In the sense of like, there was a lot more talking than triggers during that one. Which, you know, is not new for me. But I really wanted to push the roleplay aspect of it more. Yeah. You got it so hard? Good! But there was, you know, I did keep in mind that most of you guys probably wouldn't have, you know, been like, "Begone, succubus!" You know? Because it is like a roleplay stream, and you guys were unaware of this event. So I did consider that as how I was gonna push the story further. But yeah. Yeah. So I wanted the panic to set in after. Yeah. I wanted you guys to think it was a normal stream. Yeah. But yeah. But I did also send quite a lot of Morse code messages. And I liked it. Originally, I was thinking about making them binary code because she's like hiding online. But I thought Morse codes would be kind of cooler. So, regardless, it still would have had the same effect. But I think the Morse code thing would have been just a little cuter, in my opinion. Also, what inspired that? There's this Vocaloid song. What's it called? Oh, what was it? Oh, what was it called? Let me find it for you guys so you guys can see it and hear it. I was listening to a lot of Vocaloid music during this time. A lot of Halloween Vocaloid music. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Is it? I can't find it. But if you guys know, if you guys like Vocaloid songs, maybe you'll be able to find it. It's the one where Miku sings the Morse code for I love you as like part of the song, right? So I was listening to that song and I was like, ah, cute. So then I was like, yoink. I like it. So that's what inspired the Morse code messages the most. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And of course the previews. Yeah, yeah. But did you guys have fun with them? I think it was really cool that on YouTube, when I copied and pasted the Morse codes into the description, sometimes it would censor out some of the lines with like the straight line thing, right? But obviously you could still tell what it is if you just kind of squint. But I thought it made it a little more difficult for people to be able to see it. So I was like, ah, nice. Yeah. Serious Heart? Is it? I can't remember. I gotta go through my history thing again because it is buried quite far. I listen to quite a lot of music. So then, next time I will be able to include it too, probably. But yes, each stream had 2 to 3 endings. So actually there was an ending I had planned for the succubus one in case you guys were like, you guys were able to catch on and be like, this seems a little sussy. This doesn't seem very Alias Anono coded. Or been like, be gone, foul woman! Be gone! How dare you try to take my chastity, you slut! You know, like that. I was... that was, you know, something I was expecting too, a little bit. But at the same time, I realized that this was just labeled as a RP stream. So I was like, majority of the people probably won't because they'll think it's just an RP stream. But just in case somebody does, and you were like, you know, like, stay away! Stay away! Sprays holy water on her. I wanted to, you know, have that idea. But if that had happened, hypothetically speaking, the ending that would have happened would be that she'd be like, oh, this person's a very loyal person. I like you. You're mine now. I'll keep that in mind for next time. And then it would continue with the stalking, right? So then it would have been very like, I love true love. So it wouldn't have done too much in terms of like the overall ending. So, yeah. But if you guys wanted to know what was happening, if you had been like, be gone, foul wench, then she would have still appeared anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So you're saying that she wanted people that were more loyal? Ah, it's more like she's interested in people who are, who value true love. I guess that's the thing. She's very soft on people who value true love. As you saw from the last stream we had after the games were over and she lost. but she would have been into you regardless, right? But I think she would have been much nicer towards you rather than, you're mine now. Because when she captures you the first time, she basically just like degrades you and calls you lots of bad words, right? But if you had been like, oh, you harlot, stay away, this is my no-no zone, you know, then she would have been like, ah, I see. Then she would have been interested in you, but not for the sake of like taking you from me. More on the fact of like, sorry, my eyes are really itchy. But more in the like, I want to study you. Like, I really admire that about you. So, yeah. And then, Red Dead Redemption stream. I saw a lot of questions about that too. So, maybe we should just move on to the Maros at this point. But there's quite a lot. There's quite a lot. So, yeah. Each stream had probably 2 to 3 endings. The other ending was the one that you did already win, which is you accepted her, and then she's like, "You're a cheating whore!" And then she kept that in mind. Oink. Yeah. Then, let's see here. Oh, da, da. Yay! Yay! But yes, shall we go over the Maros now? Done. Done. Huh. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So. Let us go through. Jajang! Good afternoon, Alias! Thank you for all the hard work you put into organizing this event. It was amazing. Thank you so much! Were there any moments that you were sure the Bouquets will figure out what was going on, only for us to fumble again? Definitely the Patreon stream, right? Definitely the Patreon stream. Because I specifically made that trailer showing you what the costume looked like beforehand. I specifically made it so that you guys would be able to see what the costume looked like prior. Right? But then, so when she showed up and she had horns and a tail, I was for sure thinking... So I had my predictions too, right? I had my predictions about how the storyline was gonna go. Of course, I had preparations in case it didn't go the way I planned, which is what happened. But I had many scenes that I had created for it so that I'd be able to, you know, show them. I was 92% sure that as soon as you saw me, you're gonna be like, you're not, Alias. And so I was like, maybe I should push their buttons more. And then during the Patreon stream, I was like, how far can I push Bouquets to see if they'll notice that this isn't me? So, I was like, okay. So then I started getting a quite out of character bold, I guess. Maybe it was not bold enough. But I thought I was being quite bold. But I guess, you know, the Patreon members did not care. They were like, oh yeah, okay, I like this. And I kind of looked at the chat. I was like, huh, Bouquets! Huh? Is this what you truly wanted? I know. But I get it. On Patreon, things do get a little more... intimate. I guess that's the word I should say. A little more... lovey-dovey, I guess. So, you know, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, I thought I was going a little too far. But... it's okay, you guys don't have to apologize. You know, it's fine, it really is. No, don't apologize. Not sussy, you know, but definitely a lot more tucky. But I 100% thought that you guys were not 100, 92% sure that you guys are gonna call me out immediately. But you didn't. And I remember right before the stream too, I was on call with, you know, the other V4Mirai girls, and I was showing them the scene so that they could see it, because I was like so excited about the event, right? And then I was like, oh, what do you think about this scene? And they were like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ, Alias. Oh, Yesu Cristo. I don't know if that would be okay to have. And they were giving me kind of like some suggestions. And I was like, no, my vision is clear. This is what I want. And I remember, I think it was Poma who was like, oh, what did I walk into? But do you guys want to see what that scene looked like? Yeah? Alright. Granted, it is not 100% perfect. And Opakis, I'm sorry, but you guys have to disappear for a little bit. But... done. I guess... Oh, well... Yep. I guess this will be fine. Jajang! This is what the scene looked like. It was gonna be like a... I caught you, bitch! kind of thing. So... you were gonna straight up beat her up. You know, I created this whole choking scene and everything. And I had the sound effects loaded up. But if you had called her out, that's what would have happened. That scene specifically. It would have triggered that scene. And then it was gonna be like a full interrogation thing, like, what do you want from me? Type deal. And she was gonna kind of explain what she explains later in the Ghoul Village stream. And I was gonna make her be like really messing with your morality. I guess that's what I was trying to say. Yeah. But there are like other scenes that I wanted to include. But it is what it is. But that was definitely one scene from that specific stream that I really wanted to have. But yeah. You guys were very passive, which is not a bad thing either, because I think Bouquets, just in general, are very like kind and warm-hearted. I even saw some comments, you know, in the Discord saying like, "Oh, I don't want to be mean to Uwu. Like, I don't hate Uwu. I just, you know, didn't like what she was doing." But I don't hate her, you know. So like, Bouquets in general, I feel like are just very kind people. So I don't think you guys should be upset that you guys weren't so aggressive. I think that's very cool, actually, because I think it's cute. But yeah, so that was definitely a scene that I had prepared ahead of time. And I remember getting a lot of like, "What? What are you doing? Ailey Senpai, what are you doing?" Yeah. But yeah, that was definitely one that that I really thought you guys were gonna do, but you didn't. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. And so she ended up dragging you into the mirror. Yeah. 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 Right. Next. Duh. This is amazing Halloween with so many emotions. The story streams and everything in between you created were so engaging. Ah, thank you! I was wondering how you felt and what were you thinking when you saw Bouquet's despair, as we thought we reached the bad end with no hope. I felt so bad. I felt so guilty. You don't understand. I felt so mean. And I was like, maybe I should kind of end the event. You know, maybe I should just give you guys the win. And just, you know, let you guys move on. Because the thing is like, specifically, when you guys received the bad end title, I saw how you guys were talking in the Discord specifically. And I was like, oh no. That's it. They hate me. But, yeah. You know, that game Needy Streamer? And it's like despair levels. That's what I was thinking of when I saw you guys start doom posting in the server. I was like, oh no. I broke them! I broke them! But so I did you know, try to reassure you guys that everything was okay by talking to you guys in parentheses a little. Because I was genuinely a bit worried. I was just like, oh, you know, it's already 3 a.m. Oh, Bookies are still in despair. It's been 4 hours. So I did, you know, send a message in parentheses to let you guys know everything was okay. But, you know, I also didn't want to ruin it. So, I just wish you guys luck. It was going to be okay. Like, I still love you guys. Bouquet love, you know. Bouquet love. Bouquet love. Bouquet love. You know. So, I was worried. But I was also very excited. Because part of me was like, oh, Bookies are going through it right now, all because of me. This is my fault. But also, Bookies are so invested to the story that they're doom posting at 4 a.m. Great, but also not great. You know, I was very genuinely concerned though. I remember I did want to make it a little sorry, I gotta like my hair keeps touching the back of my neck, and for me, I get quite sensitive when things like touch my neck. So I'm like squirming around right here. I don't see any of my, hair bands to help me keep it up, and I also took my hat off. So give me a second. Let me just quickly. Okay, kind of. Close enough for now. But yeah, it's kind of weird because the models have like hand tracking. So I'm like, how can they see me fidgeting right now? So my heart's like weak back of neck. It's true. The back of my neck is super sensitive. I try really hard not to, let anything touch it. But it is what it is. But yeah, I did feel really bad. I remember during that time, I asked the mod team too on Discord. I was like, hey, you guys, this is what's happening. Could you guys like mess with Bouquets too? And then the mod team was like, okay. The hall monitors are like, oh, okay, sure. And so luckily, the thing is, because I didn't really tell anyone about this event, other than the senseis, not even, the hall monitors kind of knew what was happening. So I had to do like a quick explanation real quick. And they're like, oh, okay. I didn't want them to genuinely think that something was happening and something was wrong. So, yeah. And the hall monitors were like, okay. And they were messing around. I think they were having a little bit of fun too. Yeah. But it's very sweet that you whispered from beyond lightning or beating it. I'm glad. Yeah. Oh, some questions about the event. How much each stream influenced the ending? Were they equally important, or were there ones that were more important? I think the Patreon stream was probably held the most importance in terms of how it was going to be, or how is gonna affect how she treated you, I guess. But overall, all of them were pretty much about the same. Though I think the biggest determining factor was the last stream at the Ghoul Village. I think that was the biggest factor, because the ending truly just determined on whether or not you guys won the game or not. Right? Because we played, I think, 3 or 4 games together. But it really just, the complete ending really just determined on your gaming ability and your teamwork ability. So, yeah. So it was best 3 out of 4, if I remember correctly. But yeah, you guys really went kind of crazy on it. But that last stream was the biggest determining factor. Yeah, because it was really up to fate. Because some of the endings for the other ones, it was like, no, well, it would have changed how she behaved towards you, but overall, you would still be going on the same path, right? So, like, on one hand, you could have had, if you had called out Uwudululu, then she would have been like, oh, choking scene. Ugh. But also, it would have had, like, a scene where it's like, question your morality. And then she just kind of grabs you and takes you into the mirror. Right? But no matter what, you still would have ended up in the mirror and then back to Ghoul Village. But the complete real ending was only determined by how you performed in the Ghoul Village. Yeah. So in the end, you would have always visited the town. It just was a matter of how. But yeah. I think there was one other option. I would have to look back at my notes, which is kind of like crazy because my brain is like, again, I just woke up. But there was a way for us to visit the Ghoul Village, right? Not as a victim of kidnapping, but just kind of as like a little Halloween date. That was something I explored as an idea. But I ended up scrapping it because, again, time. Because one option that I had was that if you had been like, goodbye, Uwudululu, you wench, you and I would have ended up going to the Ghoul Village to, explore. Explore. But I ended up tossing it out. Because I thought it wouldn't make sense. First of all, it wouldn't make sense. So, but also it would have conflicted with the trailers that we already had. So I was like, never mind. Yeah. So, and she is right. During the Red Dead Redemption stream, the cafe was somewhere off campus. Yeah. So that was also something I did mention too. Though, most of the places we go out, like on our, like during the V4 summer festival, we also went off campus. So I didn't think it would be too much of a hint or anything like that, or too much of a determining factor for you guys. But you guys definitely clinged on to that point. But we've had a few dates off campus already. So, unless I specifically say this is a new room in the campus. Like, the Patreon Piano Serenade was also a room in campus, or like the Secret Garden. So, stuff like that. Yeah. Next. But yeah, were there paths where you thought Bouquets will probably do this and that? Yeah. Majority of the paths I created, you guys chose like the option I thought you guys would choose. Right? Except for the last one. The Patreon stream kind of threw me off. But aside from that, everything else was pretty on point. But thank you, Yurinin, for your question. So, will we see Uwu Delulu again? This question gets asked multiple times. I don't remember if I filtered them out or not. But, no. No. We will not see Uwu Delulu again. She was created specifically for this Halloween event. I know somebody asked if we would have merch of Uwu Delulu. But no, you guys broke the mirror. She can never come back now. Yeah. Unless it's for like some sort of special like throwback event. I do not think Uwu Delulu will be coming back. We cannot make merch of her. It is against TOS. Yeah. So. Yes. Oh no. Dearest Alias, the succubus is starting getting addicted to WWE. Yes! Any predictions on who's winning Crown Jewel? No! I am no longer doing predictions because every time I do predictions, I end up bald. I do not think Dominic will win against Gunther. Gunther is too strong. If we look at the power level... Okay, let's take a second. Let's talk about the power level difference between Gunther and Dominic. Dominic, to me, is a comedic character. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have a chance, right? When I think of Dominic, I put him at the same... Actually, I put him a little below R-Truth. No, I put him quite below R-Truth in terms of power level. But in terms of, like, character-wise, it just wouldn't make sense for Gunther to really be defeated by Dominic. You know, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah. So, like... Yeah. I don't think Dom would win. And don't get me started on what happened to Rhea. Rhea, my queen! Rhea, my queen! I really hope that during Crown Jewel, I am going to be available. Because if I'm not, I'm going to fight. And I'm going to cry. But my heart. You guys know my personal vengeance against V4Mirai. You know my vengeance, my story. Every time there's a pay-per-view, there's always an event. I haven't checked the calendar yet. And I don't want to because I'm scared. So I will just keep my mouth shut for now. That's it. Definitively, would you say that this was the end of season 2? Yes. Yes, I would. But only because of the way it ended. But yes. If it had ended with the actual, like, bad ending, which is, who are you? You know. Then no. But if it ended with the neutral ending, which would have been, you know, Bouquet, wake up. This is all just a dream, you know? Doesn't the lamp in the corner look a little weird? Then also no. But because you guys ended up getting the good ending, then yes. Yeah. I even asked senseis to give me a ring asset. So, hopefully soon. 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 So, the senseis are actually working on it right now. I told them what happened last night, and they were like, "Oh, would you like a ring then?" But I was like, "Yes, yes, I would." So, the senseis are actually working on it, and they support my love for the canonic universe. So, how it's gonna look, I don't know, but no. Official design will have a ring now. For those who do not know or were not caught up to what happened, we are now. My heart's kind of like racing a little. Engaged. My throat. But my now official model will now start having a ring right there. I asked. They said, sure. So, yeah. The wedding's in 30 years. That doesn't change. Okay. 30 years of courtship. Yeah, we're no longer courting, but now it's time for 29 and a half years of being engaged. And then we can get married, you know. I lied. I'm just kidding. I'm just wanting to see your face. It's actually only 10 years, but I wanted to see your surprise face. But yes, now it is 10 years of engagement. Is that better? Yeah. Sorry, I'm also drinking my water. You can't see it here, but I promise, this is really there. I'm not Delulu, it's really here. Yeah. So, 10 years of engagement. But, yes, it is... Like I said, everything is canonic. This event was canonic. So yeah, I'm gonna have a ring. It was worth it. I'm glad. Saying that out loud makes me so like... You don't understand! My face is really warm. In a happy way, you know? A happy way. Yeah. It is definitely the end of season 2. I was thinking about it all last night too after the ending happened. And I was like, I'm so glad Booquets got the good ending. I was rolling around in bed too. I was talking to, you know, some of my Globy cousins about it. I was like, you guys, guess what? I got engaged. And they're like, oh, congratulations. I didn't even know you were dating anyone. Since when? And I'm just like, I got engaged to Bouquets. I told the sensei so happily too. And they were just like, oh, okay. You should ask Merch Sensei, because Merch Sensei came in kind of like confused, and I was like, Merch Sensei, guess what? I got engaged. And they're like, okay. And then I was like, to Bouquets. And then Merch Sensei's like, oh, congratulations. Yeah. Yeah. So, maybe in 10 years we can have, marriage merch. You know what would be kind of crazy? Would be like a marriage certificate merchandise. I don't know if that already exists. It probably does. But marriage certificate license. kind of hang it on the wall. We gotta make it look like super legit. Gotta hire like an actual like officiator. Yeah. Yeah, that's something that would be kind of cool. But at the same time, I would rather give it to you guys for free because, you know, it's our wedding license. It should be free, right? Actually, I don't know how much wedding licenses cost in real life. I have to Google that. But I think it would be kind of nice. But yeah. Soon. You're gonna see me at I feel like, you know, after the ring gets made, you're just gonna see me on stream going like you don't understand, I'm so excited for it. I just wanna be like anytime one of the V4 girls are like, Alias, you gotta stop. I'll be like, do you see a ring on your hand? I don't think so. I'll be like, look at it. You're gonna see me at meet and greets, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, hello, hi, I'm Alias Anono from V4Mirai. It's nice to meet you. How are you? How is your day? You know, it's great, isn't it? Yeah, me too. You know what what have you been doing? I gotta start like sitting like this. Gotta start sitting like this. You know, it's like, oh, this is my good side. Sorry." No, I have to have the hand up here. Sorry. Oh, don't look at me. Oh, which way is the bathroom? It's this way. It's this way. When I start flicking people off, I gotta be like, oh, wait, no, register the right finger, please. Okay, I gotta be like this. Hey. Yeah. It's this way. It's this way, you guys. I'm telling you, I am that type of person. Okay, if you got me something, I show it off like crazy. I'm that kind of annoying person. I don't know if you guys ever have friends that like post pictures about their wedding, even like months after their wedding is over, and you're like, damn it, Janice, like I fucking get it, you got married. Or you know, like posting baby pictures for the 80th time that week. Like, I'm that person. I'm not, because I am not, you know, married yet to Booquets. But trust, just trust. Once that ring comes in the mail, just wait. Just wait. I'll be like, you know, I'll have one of my ghoul friends, like, you know, like Patrice or whatever, be like, oh my god, I went to Barbados. It was so fun. Me and my partner went to Barbados. It was so great. Here's some pics. Oh, but you know what's also great? This ring, motherfucker. Yes. Is it a bad trait to have? Definitely. Do I care? No. I'm a flawed person. I have accepted that. Alright? I've accepted that completely. 100%. I've never said I'm a good person. I'm not the best person. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a great person, though. And the fact Bouquets still love me, even though despite all that. But I am what you would call a bragger. I love to brag. It is in my nature. Mama Nono has raised me to be a bragger. Because that's all... It's all people did, you know, when they're like, you know, my son is a doctor, lawyer, astronaut, surgeon. And, you know, Mama Nana will be like, oh, did you know? My daughter is a VTuber. You don't understand, Mama Nana brags so much. It is ingrained, and it's not a great thing to have. Bragging is not a good trait to have. And people should work hard not to brag too much, because it's not a good way to treat people. However, I will still brag. It is a flaw that I've come to accept, because I love it. I love it. So, you know, of course you gotta brag in moderation, right? There's nothing wrong with bragging about happy things that are happening in your life and being, you know, acknowledging that those events are good and wanting to show off. It's another thing when you do it to make other people feel bad, and never do it to make other people feel bad. The examples I said earlier are a really poor example of it. But I'm just saying, next time anyone's mean to me, and next time anyone cyberbullies me in V4 and they're like, ooh, Alias, huh, you know, and does that, I'll be like, huh, you know what, I can't hear you over the sad sound of your empty finger. So maybe that's not so good after all. I'll think about it. It's still in the process, you know. I will, yeah. Yeah. To Sari, I'll be like, oh, sorry, Sari, can't hear you. I'm too busy admiring my ring. Shouldn't you be getting married soon, Sari? After all, aren't you a princess? Don't you need to care about the heir to, you know, your kingdom? That's so crazy. You know what step you should do first? No, I would never do that to Sari. Maybe I will. If she pisses me off, I will. You know, I'm the type of person. I'm not an attacker. I'm a reactor. Okay, I react to things, but I'll never purposely attack someone without being attacked first. Okay, it is self-defense. All right, self-defense. Okay. Yeah. So, I'll just every time you see like a full like group collab, you'll just see me going like, "Oh, sorry, Sensei. I can't relate to your problems. I'm so busy choosing my house right now with bouquets. Can't hear you." You know, I'll be like that. Or if I get in trouble, I'll be like, "Yeah, you can put me in detention, but you know what? It just gives me more free time to admire my ring. So is it really a punishment?" You know, something like that. But you know, it's not a good trait to have. It is not a good trait to have. Though I definitely did get it from Mama Anono. But yeah, Mama Anono loves to brag. In Korean, it's called charang. Charang means to show off, or kind of be like, kind of high-nosed, right? So if someone were to go like to charang onto another person, it would be like, you know, like I said in the example, like, oh, my daughter is she's marrying the Duke of whatever, right? She's a lawyer. She graduated law school, and she's doing great. She's doing great. She's making 7 figures a year. You know how Mama Nano responds? She's like, pretend this thing in my hand is like her keys. Oh, I guess the sound isn't too loud. Maybe I should just. And she'll shake her keys. And she'd be like, "My daughter, here's a keychain." Does your daughter have a keychain? Wow. So hefty. That's Mama Nano. Mama Nano is that type of person. Again, it is a flaw. No one is perfect, but Mama Nano does happen to take it to an unhealthy level sometimes. Here's another example. Mama Nano, ever since, I became, a member of V4Mirai, and a student here. Mama Nano, even before that, when I was an indie writer, Mama Nano took a lot of pride in her ability to learn languages very fast. She is very how to explain this? Mama Nano is ESL, right? She's ESL. She knows a lot of small things from many languages, but never mastered one language in particular. You see what I mean? So her English is her strongest one aside from Korean, right? But her second most proficient language is streamer language because of how much she studied. And you gotta understand, Mama Nano knows Japanese, Chinese, she knows Spanish. She's very fluent in Spanish actually. But she knows Vietnamese as well. But again, she knows like small bits and pieces of each language, right? But English and Korean are obviously her most like main languages. And then right after that, streamer lingo. So Mama Nano, I feel like this is not the right music for this. Let me change the music if I can. Down now. Okay. There we go. So, Mama Nano is very Twitch coded. I guess that's how I should explain it. Mama Nano is extremely Twitch coded. She loves VTubers. Mama Nano is a lot like me in the sense she loves stories. And she also grew up watching anime too. So for her, when she saw VTubers were becoming a thing, she got really invested with me. And so we would watch VTubers together and be like, oh, what does this word mean? What does this word mean? Because we were both very, I guess, out of the loop would be the best word to go about it. We knew nothing about streamer culture. We knew nothing about what VTubers really were. I mean, I kind of knew a little more than her because I did watch Kizuna Ai when I was younger. And also Marin from Hololive. But aside from that, I also didn't watch too many, things outside of Hololive and, Kizuna Ai. And even then with the Hololive stuff at the time, back then, I mainly watched clips. I was like a clip watcher. And it was like translated clips or like translated animations. I'm like, oh, this is so cute. I love them. No. But I know Mama Nano really liked Luna. If you guys remember, do you guys remember Luna? Ohayo! Konnichiwa! Konbanwa! Yeah. So Mama really liked her. Yeah, Kaguya Luna! Yeah! So, yeah. Yeah. But aside from that, Mama Anono, she only watched like little bits and pieces, so she didn't really know too much. But when I started, being an indie writer and watching more VTubers, Mama Anono also started watching more. And so we would watch like people's lore stories together. We'd be like, so that's why they're a demon. So that's why they met. So that's why they're a group, And we would watch them, and send each other, videos and stuff. And later, Mama Nana wanted to get more involved in supporting her Oshis. Yes, Mama Nano has many Oshis. She is daredemo daisuki. But she does have very specific Oshis from every company and every, even like the indie VTuber, she has quite a lot. So, yeah. But yeah, so she I remember she was telling me how she went to dinner with her friends, and all of her friends spoke Korean too, right? But you know, they also speak English as well. And so I remember one friend of hers was saying, "Oh, you know, I'm taking classes for sewing." Another one's like, "Oh, well, my daughter, you know, recently graduated valedictorian of her college." You know, and everyone's bragging about their daughters and their sons and their children in general, or like their husbands and their wives, and you know, because that's just kind of like the culture, right? They're all like charang, charang, you know. And I remember I was a little worried because Mama Nano doesn't like being put on the spot, but at the time, because I was just an independent writer, I was worried that Mama Nano, I guess the word isn't really ashamed, but it's definitely not something normal to brag about, right? But yeah, it's not a very typical job, especially in the modern society outside of Anderson. So, you know, she told me that she started talking about Brolius, because Brolius is very, you know, successful, you know, computer whiz man who benches like 500 pounds and can do like 800-pound squats or whatever, you know, the leg thing. You know, he's very bodybuilder, and you know, and of course, they're like, "Oh, that's so good! I'm so proud." And then Mama Nana starts talking about me to them, and you know, they're like, how is your daughter? You know, how is your eldest daughter doing? How is she doing?" And Mama Nano took out her keys and went, "My daughter, you know, is working very hard. She made this little keychain for me to have." And then they're like, "Oh, is, you know, Alias starting to work in like merchandising stuff?" And she's like, "No, but she's working very hard." And you know, she started to show off her language skills. And she was just like, "You know, Alias taught me so many words. She's just so smart." And she started bragging about, she's like, "Do you know who Pepe is? No, you don't know?" So funny. So she's like, "How can you live in America for so long? You don't even bother to study new language?" Ah, so sad. And you know, she's like, "I bet you don't even know what Pokuchampa means. So interesting." I study so many languages. Alice is studying so much language too. How dare you? You know. And she's like, "See, Alias's name on my phone is Pokuchampa Alias." I know new language. She's teaching me. And you know, she was showing off quite a lot. And to me, I always thought Mama Nana is a very traditional lady. She's very, you know, Anderson is her life, right? But you know, to her, I think she's very proud. Even if she's a little, you know, a sin about it sometimes. She is very, very proud lady. It's like, "You don't know what a ruffle copter is?" Or like, and this is what I mean. You shouldn't brag to make someone feel bad, but I think Mama Nana was feeling some sort of way. I don't know if they were kind of rude to her or not, but Mama Nano goes, "Omega lol." Omega lol. And you know, she does like to show off her cool new, you know, words of the day. I remember back then she used to be like, she used to study up on like words, right? So she'll like read online, like, what does this word mean? What does this mean? And I remember I went to come visit Anderson for a little bit, and you know, Papa Nana was like, Alias, here's some money. And I was like, no, like, I don't need money. It's fine. I'm fine. And I remember Mama Nono, she came up to us and she's just like, oh, are we having a donathon? And she's like, you know, if you don't take it, I'll send it to you through Streamlabs, okay? So you might as well take it now in cash. So, yeah. I love Mama Nano. But either way. Sorry, I got distracted. but yeah, I am my mother's daughter. I will also brag. Just a little bit though. Not in a hurtful way, unless somebody attacks me first, okay? But very subtly brag, you know? Just like, oh, you want me to pose for a picture? Okay, let me just. Huh? Oh, you want to take another picture? Okay, get my good side, okay? Yeah, Mama Nato, I think, is one of the biggest bouquets. She doesn't talk during streams because I told her she's not allowed to. but she does watch them every once in a while, and she'll like play them during work. She's probably watching right now, or maybe she's like, you know, on her lunch break or something. But Mama Nano does keep up quite a lot, and she has a pretty distinct way of showing her affection. My old bedroom is now converted into a V4Mirai shrine. She has moved everything from the basement to the bedroom now. She asked me if she could buy the life-size standee from Jerry. And I was like, Mama, no. And she's like, but why? She does have her own though. Let me make that clear. She does already have one of her own. And she said, if you're not going to get it for me, I'm going to make it. So she made one. It's not the best, but it is definitely something. I think she just pretty much got like an X-Acto knife and just kind of like cut out pieces of my model and taped it to the wall. Pretty much. So she did do that. She also, you know, has our anniversary merch hanging on the wall. She got this like grid thing to hang on the wall for like keychains and stuff. So she's doing that already. And she has the maid merch. So she's just having a good time. And of course she has the debut merch as well. So she has it. She gifts my merch to family members for their birthday. It's kind of dangerously weird, cause she's like, little Anono, happy birthday. Here, a standee. And then, you know, like my baby cousins are like, who the fuck is this? Alright. Or like she'll give them a gift card and be like, you know what you can also do? You can spend it on the V4Mirai website. Their store also has new merch almost every couple months. They have a mini event. Brave Group US store. You can also get Vispo EN merch along with Idol EN merch. So speaking of merch, can we get the link to the store in the Oh my gosh. But also with merch, you know, Mama Nano's very excited for the Halloween merch. If you guys don't know what the Halloween merch looks like, let me show you. And maybe you and Mama Nano can, you know, show off your collections together. But the Halloween merch is currently available for purchase. So if you would like to channel in your inner Mama Nano, feel free to. Of course, event merch like this is only for a limited time. So if you guys would like, feel free to get the merch. Yay! I already bought mine, so I'm very, very excited. The self-defense pick is very important. I recommend everyone get that one. The artist worked super, super hard. And it made beautiful, beautiful, beautiful art. And the shakers are super cute as well. Lunalia Love! Full Tail Love! You see? Full Tail and Lunalia are both on it. And of course, all our senpais and us are on as little keychains as well. So please, 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 feel free to buy it. Alright, next question. I'm sorry, I spent so much time talking already. Hello, Alias. Was there any part of the roleplay that you would have liked to see play out, but it didn't happen? Ah, the choking scene. I think I was really looking forward to that one. Not because I like being choked or anything, but personally because I think I worked quite hard to create it to be a very like doki suspense scene. But at the same time, I'm also really happy with the way the entire event ended. Yeah, but I think the choking scene would have been a little interesting. Because I was also gonna have her like switch voices and be like, huh, Booquet, you know you're hurting me! And then have kind of some internal conflict. So I wanted to see how you guys would have reacted. But yeah. Since I'm already here, I love you so much, Alias. You did a good job. Ah, thank you so much! And then, of course, you guys would have stopped because Bookies are so kind and loving. And then she would have been like, hey, I'm evil. Yoink. Next one. Just how disappointed in us were you when you gave us the obvious horn and outfit clues in the earlier streams and we completely backed out on pushing or asking you about them? Ah, I wasn't disappointed at all. Not at all. I was never disappointed in any of the choices you guys made. I thought, okay. This is, you know, I have to also consider Bookies are very gentle in nature. You guys are very loving and warm. That's why I love you guys so much, you know. So I wasn't disappointed if, you know, you guys didn't, you know, push her off or do anything like that. It's just, you guys are very kind. So, to me, I was like, oh, okay. That's the route Bookies want to take. That's fine. I wasn't disappointed. I was just like, oh, okay. You know, interesting. Do you want us to try to be more proactive about things like that, like push back more in the future? I think you should handle the situation as you see fit. I could be like, you guys should be more aggressive, but at the same time, you know, I want you guys to behave the way you want to, not because of the way I want, you know, this particular story to play out. Because the fun about choose your own adventure stories and you know, stuff like that is the same kind of fun that's like when you play D&D and stuff, where it's like you don't know what's going to happen. It truly just depends on how the people react to that thing in real time, you know? And so for me, if I were to push you guys to act a certain way, it wouldn't be how you guys are, right? So I would prefer, you know, you guys just take it as is and do whatever you feel comfortable with doing the most. Yeah. Your comfort is my priority, so please, please, please do not push yourself to change the way you act or behave solely for the sake of my own entertainment. It's not what I want. I want you guys to have fun. That's it. D&D is easy compared to wrangling a large-scale choose-your-own-adventure, though. I think to me, personally, they're both about the same, at least from what I've seen. I've never personally played much D&D, but I have watched a lot of other people play it. Broly's is very, very into D&D growing up, so I did get to, you know, kind of just peek like that. Like that. But yeah. But I think it really is difficult because on one hand, you know, when you have like a cleared, like, this is the dungeon master, right? It's kind of easier to be like, this is like separate thing, separate entity. But when it comes to choose your own adventures, like, and especially the ones I do, it's like, I'm the dungeon master and the main character, and you're also the main character. Anyway. So, you know, sometimes information gets lost or like some details get lost around, but it's okay. I am what you would call an unreliable narrator. By default, on accident. Sometimes. Alright, next one. Down. Oh, this one's quite long. The Lulu fan. I remember you. You worked so hard during the during the gaming portion of the stream. I remember. Let's see here. I wish to start by saying that the stream was absolutely amazing and I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you. As for the question, it felt like you prepared multiple endings. How many did you prep? Again, I had three canonic endings. One would be, who are you? I'm looking for my bouquets. And you would start basically from day one. Like you're in an endless loop of reincarnation. Right? Which is a sad one. Sad ending. Bad ending. Right? And then, 2, I was ready to change my entire fan name if you chose that option. Or if it ended up, you know, being that option. And then option 2 would be waking you up from a bad dream. Yeah. So that was the neutral ending. And of course the good ending was us, you know, getting together. Soon when I do this, it'll make sense. Soon it will make sense. I'm still waiting, but it will make sense. It'll make sense. And when it's ready, you guys will be the first to see it. Yeah. Are you gonna say ooh Delulu again? It's just a one-off thing, unless we do like a callback stream, which probably won't happen until we have a few more choose your own adventures under our belt, so it kind of makes more sense. Do you hate the bouquets that supported Uwu? No! Of course not! It's for the story! I don't mind at all. She's having a good time. It's okay, I understand. Let's see. And last note, the preparations that you made for hints were so simply awestruck me. Thank you! The story started before the majority of us even knew. Exactly! That's what I wanted! I'm glad you enjoyed it, Uwu fan. One day, you know, maybe one day you can see her. But if you also want to support the artist and rigger who made it, feel free. I put the credits early in the stream, but I'll put them in the description later on as well. So you can go support, I believe it's Ken at Design Factory. Genius Design. So, please feel free to give her a smooch. She's all yours. Of course, as long as you follow the TOS, right? Yeah. So, what is your ring finger size? You got to, you know, be prepared for 29.5 years later. My ring finger size. I kind of have chubby fingers, but my ring size is actually a 6.5. For those who are curious. Yeah. It's because when you write a lot, your hands, you use a lot of muscles, you know. So, yeah. I just realized I kept pointing at this hand. It's supposed to be this hand. What the heck? This hand. But yes, my ring size is 6.5. I recently lost quite a bit of weight. I think it's all because, you know, I've been sick. And, you know, in the process of recovery. As you guys know, I'm currently not streaming as much because, you know, I am indeed recovering. But oh wait, no, I was right. It is this hand. I'm so stupid. I was like looking at myself. I was just like, is it this hand? Is it this hand? I gotta make the L's. Gotta make the L shapes. Because I was like, oh, it's on the left hand. And I was just like, oh, if you're looking at me, this would be the left hand. But then your left is my right. So I was right. This hand. King. I got confused for a second. But yeah. Yeah, my ring size is 6.5. Yeah. Done now. Whoa! This one is quite long. Let's see. Hi, Alias. Here's a question for your congrats. You won Nightmares at Mirai school stream. I haven't finished the VOD for the Halloween Day stream yet, so I don't know how it ends yet. But I wanted to ask, what would you have done if the Bouquets had rejected the succubus in each of the earlier streams? How would that have changed the event? Would she have still taken the bouquets, or would you have done something else entirely? You still would have been taken. No matter what, you still would have been taken. It would just change how she treats you. If you had been like, go away, you whore, then she would have been like, oh, what a loyal bouquet. I like you. And you guys would have had quite a pleasant day at the Ghoul Village. More focused on, you know, learning about you, learning about love, learning about all the fun things, you know. And then inviting, you know, me too to the village, and then we could have all had like a little fun party. There was an ending that I did consider, but again, due to time, I just didn't add it. But I was going to have an ASMR section of the adventure, because you know me, I love ASMR, and it was gonna have the Uwu de Lulu on one side and then me on the other side and Bouquet's in the middle, you know, and being like, hey, Bouquet, you like me, right? And the Uwu de Lulu being like, no, you like me more. And then, you know, fighting. I love twin ASMR. I love seeing girls fight each other affectionately. So that was definitely something that could have happened, but due to time, I ended up yoinking it out. But who knows? Maybe in the future I can do something, but maybe not with Uwu de Lulu. And then you guys would have had to choose with the poll, you know. So that was gonna be like an option too. Instead of, you know, Uwu de Lulu just kind of doing ASMR to you guys herself, I would have had it so that both of us are there, and then you would have to choose. Yeah. Let's see. I will be vlogging for today's event too. I want to ask the question still. Also, wanted to tell you that even from what I've seen, you did amazing. Thank you. Amazing job planning this event, and I can tell you put a lot of time and effort into it. Thank you so much. Thank you all for the hard work for us bouquets. Alias love. Bouquet love. Bouquet love. Bouquet love. Bouquet love. Yeah. See, were there any rigged portions of this event or cutscenes that were meant to fail out the gates? No. None of them were rigged. Everything's solely based on your decisions and how you guys reacted in the Discord. So, yeah. I guess technically on accident, a part of it was rigged. On accident, because when I had done the poll for marriage with Uwu Delulu, what the last thing I saw was it saying 51% saying no to Uwu Delulu. So I thought, so Bouquets are choosing Uwu Delulu, are not choosing Uwu Delulu. But I only found out until after stream that you guys had actually chosen yes. And I was like, huh! So technically speaking, that poll was rigged on accident. On accident. That's on me. Yeah. Yeah. If I had seen that ending, then you guys would have had the neutral ending or the bad ending. If I had seen the poll change in real time to saying that you would marry her, that was going to be one of the determining factors for whether or not you'd get that at that point the good ending would be completely blocked off 100%. And you would only be able to choose neutral or bad. But it is what it is. I did not read it properly. But now you know. Now you know. Yeah. And I'm not gonna change it now because it's already canonic. You know, I'm already getting a ring made, so. Besides, it's the ending I wanted. Wow. Wow. Next one. Oh, this one is quite long. Done now? Okay. To my spectacular specter, fantastic phantom, the one and only Alias Anono. Ah, that's me. I'm still mesmerized by the thrill I experienced yesterday while enjoying your creative endeavor. The tragic villain had an incredible depth that I didn't expect at all. The twists, the banter, the boss battle, the polls, everything was perfect. I can imagine such an engaging story would have conveyed over his... I could have never imagined such an engaging story would be conveyed over his stream. Simply blown away. Ah, thank you! Let's see. How long did it take to set up? That is a good question. Actually, this event was inspired because I had a dream, and Booquets are in the Discord, and if you're not in the Discord, I highly recommend you join, because a lot of interactions happen on Discord, and a lot of for example, this Choose Your Own Adventure was cross-platform, so, you know, the reactions on Discord also played a part into the roles of what happened, and the endings that were possible. On top of that, you know, you got clues in the Discord as well. So highly recommend if you want to keep up to date and participate in fun events like this, you join. And that way you'll be able to, you know, one, hang out with us, and two, go on an adventure with us too. We share lots of cool things, especially if you like wrestling. We have a whole dedicated wrestling thread. And if you go to conventions, we also have a convention thread. And I see Bouquets talking to each other in there a lot, you know, asking about where do you want to go for food? Here's a picture. Hey, I got here safely. So, if you guys would like a con buddy, please feel free to join. Let's see. But it did take a couple of days. I would say a couple of days and nights. It total probably took around 6 or 7, probably like a week total, because a lot of the things are happening on the same day too. Because I didn't prepare anything in case, you know, you guys went a completely different route, right? So all the trailers are made the same day. So the day they got posted is the day that it was made. And it's based on how you guys reacted to the stream last time, or how you guys behaved in the Discord that night before, or on Twitter. So... in total, it took probably around a week. Do you think you'll do these type of streams in the future? Or was it too taxing? Ah, I would love to do something like this in the future. I love things that can affect the V4Mirai universe as a whole. Because I am chaotic like that. Like, for example, you know, the ring would be kind of nice. It's in the works. Just saying. Who knows? Maybe next time we'll have a full wedding. 10-year time skip. But, you know, it just depends. I want to kind of bring these events to have more of an effect, like everlasting effect, because they're fun, you know. So maybe if it's something like if we were to hypothetically go to a secret garden or something, maybe, you know, come up with like a, maybe like ask, you know, our tech sensei to create like a 3D key, like a special key, and then be able to give all bouquets access to it. No. Or like creating a secret website. You know? Something like that. Something that you guys can have and hold, you know? Or see like, my voice and my choices impacted this. Because you guys, you know, are also students at Mirai Academy. And you guys are my bouquets. So, I want that to be a thing. Yeah. But I would love to do more events like this. Maybe for like certain holidays, I can, you know, gather up some stuff. Or maybe for like anniversaries and stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Were there stories about ghosts and demons and shamans that you shared during the recent stream? Lunalia collab, part of the Ubu roleplay? Ah, no! That's just my reality. Yeah. That was just straight up my truth. So, let's say with love. Oh, thank you for everything, Alias. I'm proud to have you as my Oshi. Ah, thank you. With love, Bouquet. P.S. Mama Nono, I sent those pink hearts yesterday as a joke. Please don't put me on the spreadsheet. Don't worry. I told Mama Nono that yesterday was just for funs, and she was like, oh, okay. Don't worry. Next one. Are there any plans for Uwu Delulu merch? Ah, I said this earlier, but no, there are no plans. Uwu Delulu's model is actually a model that's paid to use. We don't have the license for it, and it's against TOS to have merch of her. Though maybe one day, you know, we can have some more Epi merch. She's the one who voiced Uwu Delulu after all. So, but we cannot have any Uwu Delulu merch. Next. Let's see. Let me make these a little bigger. Okay. If you were to do this all over again from the start, what would you have done differently? What do you think went really well and you wouldn't change? Honestly, I think the whole event went really well. I don't think I'd change anything. I think maybe the Red Dead Redemption stream, I could have made it a little more obvious. But aside from that, I don't think I really would have changed anything. I think everything played out exactly the way I wanted it to. Especially because, you know, the final ending is determined about whether or not you win the games. And that's completely up to chance. So, yeah. Though, I did help a little. So, the Pumpkin King's default difficult level on stream elements, on stream avatars, is very hard, right? It's extremely hard. I personally have never defeated Pumpkin King in my entire life. in my entire life. And I've made stream avatars for many people, and I've played against the Pumpkin King many, many times. Though I've never won. And because this would be the first time many of you played with the Pumpkin King, I did lower the difficulty level quite a bit. But at the same time, the biggest determining factor wasn't really Pumpkin King. It was whether or not you won the Jackbox games. And again, that was completely up to chance. Completely up to chance. So I don't think I would have changed anything, honestly. Everything went quite well. Yeah. Yeah, if you had failed with Pumpkin King, you would have been captured by Uwu Delulu. And then I would have been captured by Uwu Delulu. And then she would have oh wait, that was also an ending to consider too. I guess I told you guys about the full endings, but I guess the lead up to it. If you had lost against Pumpkin King, or lost during the Jackbox games, it would have taken us to a scene where it's like, choose me, Uwu Delulu would have been like, so, you're gonna choose me, right? And then you would have been like, no! No! And then she would have been like, well, if you love Alias so much, then I'll become Alias. And then, because you guys told her how to, become the next Alias, which is what I was anticipating too, I would have had like a little jar, and I was gonna put myself in it and go like shake, And then, she said, I'm gonna kill Alias Anono. Woohoo! And that could have been a thing, also. And then you would have stopped it. But regardless, that could have determined things too. But that was something I was considering also. But I don't think, things would have really played out that way. Most likely what would have happened is, it's like, fine, then sacrifice yourself to me. You be mine. And then you're like, okay. And then it would have triggered the bad ending. So, again, whatever. So that was an ending that was possible. But, it's all just, for fun. Yeah. And if you didn't sacrifice yourself for me, then, well, I guess I would have just graduated, right? I'm just kidding. I'd never do that. Not even for the sake of plot. But I think I would have gone on like maybe like a few days off. Yeah. I would have canceled the streams for the rest of the week. Yep. I would do that for the plot. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. What is Uwu's favorite yoga position? Downwards dog. Good morning, Alias! In regards to our little horror adventure, what would happen if we were better bouquets and told Uwu Delulu to go away the very first night? I told you before, it would have not affected anything. But if it was in the beginning of the stream probably would have ended after 10 minutes or so. But that would be pretty much it. And then in other words, it would be, her just capturing you anyway. But thank you, Sarah, for your question. How would the grand finale look like? The grand finale would have still been the same, she just would have treated you differently, that's all. And would she still be trying to get us during the other streams? Yes, she would be watching you specifically. Which she did in the other streams too, but more intensely, I guess. That's it. During Choose Your Own Adventure stories like this, I know some bouquets were a little apprehensive about going against the grain initially. Can you give us some guidance or boundaries to let us know how much leeway we'll have for things, like moving forward, or how much agency we should be having? Like I said before, I just want you guys to act however you feel best. Comfort is key, after all. So, do whatever your heart feels comfortable doing. And do not push yourself out of your comfort zone if you are not, okay with it. Yeah. Next one. Huh. First, I apologize for my actions in wanting to support the succubus, but I admit I had fun. Plus, she cared about us Bouquets too, even pushing out you more than anything in the end, and for that, I thank her. As for what happened, the skipping of the courtship and becoming betrothed. Betrothed. Definitely one, if not the happiest moments I've had being a Bouquet and being with you. Ah! I love you, Alias Anono. Happy for you, making us Bouquet happy. Yeah! Thank you. Well, that's all I had to say. From a Bouquet who knows where his heart lies no matter what. Probably already know who I am, but I'm not gonna say it as I'm quite embarrassed right now. Writing this last bit is making me blush too much. So cute. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad you guys had fun. I want a ring now! But I also understand if it takes time. After all, we are still students. One day. What will become of Uwudululu? Will she make a return in the future? Are we able to make art of her? Should we put her to rest now that Halloween's over? Put her to rest. Put her to rest. We are not allowed to make art of her. It is against the I mean, we can make art of her, but I would strongly recommend against it. Yeah. But I would have to check with the TOS again. And if you would like to, please feel free to check out the TOS yourself. It will be linked in the description later. I think this is the last one as well. Dear Alias, I hope this Maro finds you well and hopefully rested. Thank you for creating such a wonderful and unforgettable adventure for us to embark on over the last several days. It was an enjoyable experience that crossed over several platforms, something I've never experienced before. There's one thing I'm most curious about. What caused the spark of inspiration that you had to go with the succubus in the mirror tries to seal away Bouquet storyline? Was it something you knew you wanted from the very beginning, or did it change to evolve into that as you went? Thank you for your time. You're a Bouquet forever, now engaged. I knew I wanted a Halloween Town type stream. Ever since I had that one dream about Bouquets working at a smoothie shop at Halloween Town. But I didn't know how to go about it. So I kept thinking to myself, what would be a great way to kind of lure them into Halloween type town? So I was like, So, then the succubus came to mind. And I was like, wow, that's the case. Then what does she really want? So I kind of went back and forth. Though the mirror aspect of it was just something I wanted to kind of showcase in a different way. Here, the thing is like, because Live 2D can only face forward, right? 3D models can face backwards and forwards, sideways, etc. But 2D models can only show forward, right? So the only way you'd be able to see another 2D model is if you're looking straight at them. But the only way to look straight at them is if they're behind you, or like, they have something behind them, right? So the best way to, I felt like the best way to showcase that was to have her in a mirror, because we look in mirrors every day. So, whether it's when you're brushing your teeth or, even like I said, during the Choose Your Own Adventure, or I guess what Uwu said, which is all phones become mirrors in the dark, right? So I wanted a way for her to have a reason to be able to read your messages and also have a reason to be able to be seen, even if she's not 3D. So that's why I chose mirrors. And succubuses don't usually use mirrors, but I thought, hey, it's Halloween, so why not? Not very lore accurate, but it's okay. Right? That way, I thought it would be a cool way to show like the succubus hiding behind my reflection. Just kind of peeping out, like, hi. When you're looking straight at me. So, yeah. Is that it? Huh. Never mind, it's not it. What are the other paths like? I already answered this one. But, death, dream, marriage. Yeah. Ah! Let me check. Is this the last one? Oh, this is the official last one. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Ah, it's from Shy too. Let's see. Hello, Alias. Just want to say you did an outstanding job with this entire story. It's been a while since I got so immersed in the story. I learned a lot of lessons from your story as well that I apply to my daily life, such as not passively living life and taking control of things that I can change. And also knowing that even one person can make a difference in a crowd full of people. The story was so well written. Ah, thank you! Fear, sadness, despair, happiness, hope, and so many other things. It's so cool how you can just do that. Thank you. I want you to know that I think you're so amazing and talented at making stories. I also want you to know that you're doing a good job. My question is, how did you come up to be inspired to write this story? Dream. Most of my ASMRs are written because I dreamt of something similar beforehand. And this goes for all my uploads as well. Of course, there's other things like media I've consumed or songs I've listened to. But some of the more detailed ones are definitely from dreams. See, it's not exactly the most in-depth question, but I would like to know why, where, when, and just everything about how the story came to be. Thank you, and I love you, Alias. From Shy Lurker. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's all my dreams. My dreams. I don't know why, but I'm the type of person who has very vivid dreams. Like, I can remember floor numbers and, you know, layouts of places very easily if it's something I dreamt. Because I am a lucid dreamer. I like to go exploring. Most dreams I have, I am a lucid dreamer. So it makes things a little easier for me to have control about what happens. Sometimes I don't, but that's okay. But I've always been a very vivid dreamer. It's also because I have chronic fatigue, so I'm constantly sleeping. I can't help it. It's gonna be with me forever. I have, you know, some things that cause me to have chronic fatigue as a symptom. So because of that, you know, this vessel is weak. This human vessel is too weak. But because of that, I'm constantly asleep or falling asleep. I think I scared Yumi one time when she came to visit because I fell asleep in the car. I was like, Yumi, do you want to see a trick? And she's like, sure. And I was like, I can make myself fall asleep in any situation, no matter how stressful it is, as long as I just give in. Yeah. So, yeah. So I think because of that, I've just been a insanely crazy lucid dreamer. But like, if you ask me right now, like, Alias, you should go to sleep, I would be able to sleep quite easily. Ah, Evie! Only Alias I care about you most. Wait, hold on, I couldn't finish reading it. Give me a second, okay? Done it? Da-da-da! Da-da-da! Only Alias I care the most about you more than crazy Uwudalulu. I'm glad. And also Doom, I didn't get to see your... Ah, wait, a lot of people send messages. What the... Doom says the amount of minds being blown in the Discord as things start to unfold is crazy in a fun way. I agree. Thank you so much for your donation as well. Ah, thank you. Ah, I'm so happy you guys enjoyed the event. I always worry because like sometimes events are a little chaotic, I guess. But the fact that you guys had so much fun and I was able to create something that you guys had enjoyed makes me feel really fulfilled as a writer, you know. I'm very, very happy. But you know, I think it's about time we call it a day, don't you think? As that was the last question. If you sent a question afterwards, it didn't make it onto the Maros because I was preparing stream at the same time. But I'm glad that you guys had a fun time, and maybe I'll be able to answer them on a different day, or maybe even possibly, you know, just directly on Maro. But I had fun. So let us now go raid into Ram, who is defrosting Mariah Carey. I don't know, but I hope you guys, you know, have a wonderful, wonderful day. The upload for tomorrow may be a little postponed. I am still recovering. But I'll keep you guys updated, okay? Then, shall we go see defrosted Mariah Carey? Okay. Then, I'll see you soon, Booquets. Oh yeah.